What to do when you feel hurt. A key Stoic idea, explained clearly by Epictetus in the Enchiridion, is understanding what we can and cannot control. Most things outside our own actions are beyond our control. Does this mean we should give up on the world? Not exactly. Stoics teach us to be realistic about our limited influence on external events and warn that obsessing over these can become a self-imposed burden. Often, when we feel hurt by life, it's because we worry about things we can't control, allowing them to dominate and manipulate us. We might blame external forces for our troubles, but in reality, we give them that power. By shifting our focus away from these external factors, they lose their power over us, and we can find peace. Marcus Aurelius found peace by not letting things beyond his control affect him, helping him manage his duties as an emperor and focus on his divine mission. For Epictetus, this detachment meant true freedom. For some, ignoring external distractions helps concentrate on important goals, while for others, it might simply lead to a happier, stress-free life. So, what should we ignore to lessen life's pain, and how do we do that? This video delves into Marcus Aurelius's thoughts on why we should care less about the unimportant things. For more Stoic wisdom, check out the book, Stoicism for Inner Peace, which offers insights on staying calm and focused in tough times. You'll find a link in the description. In his meditations, Marcus Aurelius reflects on the past, present, and future. He discusses our common mistakes, caring too much, caring in harmful ways, or caring about the wrong things. For better understanding, this discussion is organized into 3 parts: the future, the past, and the present. 1. The future. Seneca once said that we often suffer more in our imaginations than in reality, suggesting that our worries often cause us more pain than actual events. We tend to let our imaginations run wild about the future, creating all sorts of scenarios that may never happen. We worry about handling these possible futures, afraid of the unknown. Sometimes things do happen as we expect. But often, life surprises us with events we could never have predicted. For instance, someone might spend years planning for retirement only to be diagnosed with a serious illness just as they're about to enjoy their new life phase. This potential for both good and bad outcomes leads many to worry endlessly. What if there's a war? What if I lose all my money? While these things could happen, they are not happening right now. They exist only in our thoughts. The future bothers us because we think about it too much. It doesn't exist outside our minds. Marcus Aurelius believed that it's not the future itself that weighs on us, but our present concerns. It's not the future that harms us, but rather how we handle these thoughts in the present. We create our own misery by worrying about the future, allowing these thoughts to control our present lives. Marcus Aurelius advised not to let the future disturb us. He argued that whatever challenges we might face in the future, we can meet them with the same reason and resilience we use to tackle today's challenges. He encouraged focusing on the present, believing that if we can handle today, we can handle tomorrow. This approach is similar to the concept of amor fati, or the love of fate, reinforced with the confidence that we can overcome future challenges. 2. The past. Marcus Aurelius often reflected on how quickly life passes and disappears into the vastness beyond our understanding. He believed that both the past and the future are realms we cannot interact with. The past is gone forever, and unless we invent a time machine, we can't change anything about it. Marcus Aurelius put it simply: we only truly live in the present, this brief instant. Everything else is either already gone or yet to come. He pointed out that life is short and our time on earth limited. Despite this, we often find ourselves preoccupied with the past and the future, areas we cannot change or even access. He suggested that the past means as much as nothing now and is indifferent. It's not that past events don't affect the present or that we can't learn from them, but the truth is we can't actively engage with the past because it's out of our reach. Our memories are often unreliable, and the ways to verify what exactly happened are limited. We rely on personal perspectives that are frequently skewed, We often dwell on past events, replaying them and the pain they caused. Some people believe that by thinking about the past, they can somehow control it. But that's just an illusion. The past is gone. We're only trying to control our thoughts about something that has irrevocably passed. Instead of focusing on past events themselves, Marcus Aurelius focused on how he reacted to them. We can't control past events, and usually, we couldn't have prevented them, even when they were happening. However, we can control how we respond to them now. Initially, we might view the past as unfortunate, troubled childhoods, lost friendships, or business failures. But for Marcus Aurelius, the nature of these events isn't what's critical. It's how we handle them that matters. He stated, "It's not unfortunate that this has happened. It's fortunate that this has happened and I've remained unharmed by it, not shattered by the present or frightened of the future. It could have happened to anyone, but not everyone could have stayed unharmed by it." Marcus Aurelius challenged us to see events not as misfortunes, but as opportunities to prove our resilience. He questioned whether we could truly call something a misfortune that doesn't go against human nature, and whether an event that aligns with nature's will can truly violate it. He emphasized that no event prevents us from acting with justice, generosity, self-control, and other virtues that fulfill human nature. Interestingly, Marcus Aurelius didn't completely dismiss the value of the past. He believed we could learn from it by observing its patterns, how things repeat over time, allowing us to better anticipate the future. 3. The present. Marcus Aurelius often reminds us that all we truly have is the present moment. It's the only thing within our reach. We might look back into the vast history of the past or peer uncertainly into the future, but the present is where we can actually make an impact. Marcus encouraged himself to focus only on what he could control, this very moment. Yet, even if we let go of the past and stop worrying about the future, we might still find ourselves overly concerned with the present, upset by things that shouldn't really bother us. When things don't go as planned, it's easy to feel angry, sad, or disappointed. However, Marcus Aurelius believed that getting upset over life's curveballs is useless. The world unfolds in its own way, which we can't control. What we can control is our reaction to it. Often we're disturbed because things don't go our way, or what we desire doesn't materialize. Marcus thought it was pointless to resist these unavoidable aspects of life. He compared those who struggle against fate to pigs being led to sacrifice, kicking and squealing to no avail because we can't change what's destined to happen. We can't prevent wars, stop natural disasters, or keep ourselves from aging. We also can't make someone love us or ensure that life is fair. It's impossible. Yet we waste so much time and energy fighting against these unchangeable aspects of life, making our present moment feel like a torture chamber, where we're at the mercy of fate. Alternatively, we might cling to the present moment, afraid to lose what we have, allowing fate to dominate us again. In all this chaos, we often forget what truly is in our control, our choices, actions, and opinions. Marcus Aurelius saw the law of nature as our guide. If we fight against it or feel grief or anger, we are just running away from reality. He believed we should accept nature's ways, embrace them, and focus on managing them instead of resisting or clinging to our circumstances. In his meditations, he suggested focusing on what we have rather than what we lack. He advised, treat what you don't have as non-existent. Look at what you have, the things you value most, and think of how much you'd crave them if you didn't have them. But be careful. Don't feel such satisfaction that you start to overvalue them, that it would upset you to lose them. Accepting one's circumstances, especially in the face of significant hardships, can be tough. But to Marcus Aurelius, adversity is not a reason to panic or despair. Instead, it's a chance to practice virtue, to apply Stoic philosophy to our lives. He viewed the art of living not as having fortunate external circumstances, which are unreliable and not truly ours, but in how we handle what comes our way. This is the real test and measure of our character. Marcus Aurelius put it this way: "Because to me the present is a chance for the exercise of rational virtue, civic virtue, in short, the art that men share with gods. Both treat whatever happens as wholly natural, not novel or hard to deal with, but familiar and easily handled." This perspective helps us realize that our true power lies not in altering the external world, but in mastering our internal world. Remember that the essence of a fulfilling life isn't found in controlling every external circumstance, but in mastering our responses to them. Marcus Aurelius, a figure who stood at the pinnacle of Roman power, showed us that true strength comes from within. He taught us to view each challenge not as a misfortune, but as a vital opportunity to grow in virtue and resilience. Embrace the present moment with courage and an open heart. Recognize that while the past is set and the future uncertain, your actions right now define your character and your life's path. Let go of futile worries about what you cannot change, and instead focus on cultivating strength, wisdom, and contentment from within. Thank you for joining us on this journey through Stoic philosophy. If you're inspired by what you've learned, like, share, and subscribe for more insights into living a more balanced and thoughtful life. Remember, every day is a new opportunity to apply these timeless lessons and move closer to the person you aspire to be. Start today and let your life be your masterpiece.